Hi, everyone. Welcome to the OK Den Show. I am Titia Owens, the Madre.
And I'm Chyna Elizabeth, the daughter. Welcome to the show.
Okay, so today, ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen, we're going to talk about the serial entrepreneur.
Yep.
The serial entrepreneur. And the reason why we're talking about that is because we've been told that that's what we are, serial entrepreneurs.
Okay, then.
And what a serial entrepreneur is, excuse me, is one that does multiple businesses. And so we want to talk about those multiple businesses as well as how you manage those multiple businesses. So,
Yeah.
Chyna, why don't you tell some of the people, like, what are some of the things that you do?
Okay, so I have been a full-time makeup artist since I was a sophomore in high school.
That would be correct.
I recently, well, not recently, I had a lipstick line with you. And we had a fragrance line as well. And then I dibble and dabble with interior design with you.
Correct.
And then I dibble and dabble in art sometimes too, and I feel like it on a good day. And so, yeah, that's pretty much it for me.
That's good. You were doing tattoo services.
Oh, yeah, I did tattoos. If y'all know I did my legs and other tattoos and stuff too.
And you do hair?
Not really. I know how to do hair. Yeah, but no.
Okay, then.
But literally everything I know how to do, I got it from my mama. So go ahead and tell everybody what you do, because everything she do, she just passed it on down to me.
Yeah. So there are a lot of things that I do.
Yeah.
But I do them sporadically. I don't necessarily do them all at once. So yeah, I can do hair. I am actually a makeup artist.
Didn't you have a salon?
I did. I owned a salon for 3 years. I also I co-own Owens Media Production with my husband. We have a production studio where we provide visual and audio services for different genres of television and social media.
Yeah.
I'm also a photographer.
Come on, photography.
I host events internationally as well as nationally. I'm a personal stylist, as well as I pack and pick clothing for people to wear on television or for travel. I also do interior design, like my daughter was saying, but I do that when I feel like it. I don't do it as much anymore because I don't have the time to commit to it like I used to. Of course, I do a lot of painting. I used to paint houses full time. I do that sporadically as well.
Yeah.
So those are quite a few of the things that I can think of.
She's also a vocalist. She
That's
also
right.
has a homeless outreach.
That's correct.
She what else?
I'm an author.
She's
I did
an
write a book.
author.
I did. I wrote a book. Yeah. And then we do a podcast.
We're podcasters.
Yes, we do a podcast. So those are quite a few things that we are doing in the entrepreneur world.
Yeah. So how do you manage all of those things with
Well-
House of All Trades?
Don't even try it, because you have to do the same things that I do, which is organize. You have to manage your time. You have to delegate. You have to stay focused and have a plan for all the things that you do, right? So let's kind of talk about some of the different things for the person that's watching that may be trying to figure out how to be a great entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Let's start with number one. I'm going to say number one, you have to have a clear vision.
For sure.
And what a clear vision means is just to define the things that you want to do. Make sure that you understand your goals and your mission, as well as have a distinct vision for the venture that you're trying to get into. So, and allocate your resources out appropriately and make strategic decisions.
Yeah, I think that's very true. I feel like you were more of that person for me. I was kind of like a more up in the air type person. I'm not a person that likes to think 5 years ahead. I'm like more in the moment. Like, what we doing tomorrow? You know what I'm saying? I don't really care to think about then, because like life is short. You just never know. I mean, it's nice to think ahead and stuff like that and have a clear vision.
Yeah.
You should definitely do that.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, in my experience, I was not a person that did that. I just figured out what I liked, what I loved, and went for it.
Yeah.
It was kind of just like, I love doing makeup. Let's figure out what we need to do. But having you're more of the like, let's get these steps done.
Yes,
and
plan it out.
Yeah.
And I remember that when Chyna was first starting business with makeup, one of the tools that I would always tell her about was making sure that she was providing great customer service. That was a major thing for me, making sure that she was following up with individuals, making sure her schedules were properly recorded and staying on time with those things. So just making sure the management was really done well.
No, for sure.
Do you remember that?
Absolutely. I'm a lot better at it now. Like I said, I started when I was a sophomore in high school, so I'm 23 now. So I've been doing it for like 6 or 7 years, so I've gotten a whole bunch better.
Praise God.
But back then, I'm so sorry to my clients back then, because sometimes I would just like not even respond. Like, I had an appointment. Didn't know about it.
And so I would get on her about that. Like, no, ma'am, you do not get to have irresponsible plans. You have to do what you say.
Yeah.
So that makes for a good clientele for the person to know that they can rely on you. So that's a huge thing for me, is just making sure that if you're going to do something, that you do it well.
Yeah, and word of mouth is a big thing in business. Like, and Dallas is big, but it's really small. Everybody knows everybody. So if you mess up one time, like, they telling people, they talk in Dallas. So you got to really be on your business, because it will get around.
Well, hallelujah.
Yeah.
So number 2 is delegation and team building. Delegation and team building. And for that means build competent teams for each business. Surround yourself with capable managers and employees who can take ownership of day-to-day operations and delegate tasks and responsibilities to empower your team.
So how do you do that? Like, even with your organization, do you have like people be assigned to certain things and like have different teams for certain areas of your events or stuff like that?
That's exactly what I have to do. So that's what you want to do. You talk to the people that you're working with. You find out what their strengths are. You let them kind of give you some direction. Now, sometimes if they don't know what to do, you can kind of put them in different places and try it out. But look at personalities. See who works better with people. See who works more well by themselves. Who's fast, who's not as fast, who manages time, who is good with organization or planning, and you put them in the categories that they need to go in based on what your task is or what the assignment is. So it takes a lot of communication with knowing your team first, finding out who you're working with. And sometimes you have more time to do that than others, but even when you don't, you want to take that time to still have those brief conversations of finding out what they may want to do or what they're really strong at, because everybody wants to win. So you want to make sure you're doing that well.
That's great.
So let's move on to number 3, which is time management.
Let's get into it.
So what do you want to say about time management, Elizabeth?
I want to say that being around people that are not on time, it has made me be more on time. I am very big on being on time now. Like, I feel so bad inside. Like, if I'm late, even if it's like a real reason, like if I get pulled over or traffic, it's just
pulled over. Why would you get pulled over?
I drive kind of crazy. I can admit that. It's not a problem.
Who gets pulled over?
You know what I'm saying? I've had it happen a few times, and I just had to accept that, like, I'm a great driver. Yeah. But anyways, when stuff like that happens, I really feel bad about it, because I know it's on other people's time. Like, I'm working for somebody else. Well, I'm working for me, but like at the end of the day, it's a service to somebody else. So I want to make sure I'm being mindful of other people's time, and it's not just about what I have going on, because people have a lot of things going on in their lives. So
very true.
I'm very, very good on my time management. What about you?
I'm going to say I've gotten a whole lot better. I'm sorry, y'all. I do that quite a bit. My throat itches, so forgive me for doing that. But I've gotten a lot better with time management. There have been times over the years where I've realized how important it is to be on time. Now, I can't say that I'm an early bird at this point, but I can say I'm going to get there right at the time that I'm supposed to be there. So I'm still working on getting there on the earlier side of things. But I will say that it hasn't become a thing where people are saying I'm late.
Yeah.
So I will say that I'm on time. That's usually what I am. I'm on time.
Right. So, but I've heard to be on time is to be ahead of the time, and then to be on time is to be late.
I'm on time.
Did that register? So when you get there right at the time, you're late. When you get there before time, you're on time. I'm more of an on time person. She's more of a late.
I'm on time.
Don't let it not be.
Don't try to define me. Don't try to define me. Speak on your life.
I'm gonna let her live her life. You know what I'm saying? I'm
on time.
Yeah.
Okay then.
For sure.
So then, moving right along to the next thing, we talked about time management. So technology and automation. Technology and automation is becoming a thing. So you have to leverage technology to streamline operations, implement tools to project management, communication, accounting, and analytics to reduce manual tasks and improve efficiency. So we know today now that social media is so huge with marketing.
It is.
As well as communication and finding out what is going well with your companies as well as not so well, who's staying connected to what you have going on and the time that they're connecting with it. These analytics are making a huge impact on success. So it's very good to pay attention to those things to help you increase or change some things within your business. What would you say about that?
I would definitely agree. I can definitely tell when I post more on social media, I get more clientele. When I don't, it definitely goes down. People aren't as engaged. You have to let people see you so that you stay on their minds.
Right.
It's a thing of, it's a lot of people doing what you do.
Yeah.
So you just got to be ahead and letting people know and reminding people of what you do and how great you are. So I have to be better at it.
Okay then.
I love social media, but I hate it at the same time. So I have to really wrap my mind around the whole posting thing.
Right.
But I can definitely see the benefits in it.
Well, I'll say when I first started doing social media, I did a lot of posting more regularly. As I've gotten older and I've gotten more busy.
Yeah.
I don't have the time like I used to. Like, there are a lot of things I attend or I go to. I may take a bunch of pictures at the event that I'm at. With the mindset of I'm going to post these and I'm going to share about this event. I want to make sure I'm telling about this person and what they're doing. Then I get home and I'm straight in the bed or relaxing and don't even want to get on the phone. So you really do have to sometimes plan out even that social media plan of getting things out there, because a lot of times I have found myself missing out on opportunities to share about some really big things, but just didn't feel like it when I got home.
Yeah, I have so much content in my camera roll.
Yeah.
Never going to be seen.
Guilty.
Yeah.
Guilty. So let's talk about centralized resources. That's number 5, centralized resources. And what that means is you identify areas where resources can be shared or centralized, such as accounting, HR, or marketing. This can help reduce cost and provide economies of scale. So again, identify areas where resources can be shared or centralized. So you find out the areas in your business where you can share a product, where you can share an idea, some type of resource that will cause people to want to get more connected to what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
And so
it also makes me think of, like, even with like networking.
Yeah, collaboration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Having different people, different audiences.
Correct.
Collaborating with people. You just never know who else you can reach.
Yeah. And for me, with my homeless outreach, that's a big part of why we're so successful, is we do a lot of collaboration and then we bring in a lot of volunteers and other organizations to do the same things that we do or learn from the others, so we can enhance what we're doing or do it, more skillfully than we are doing it.
Yeah.
So let's move on to the next thing, which is monitor financials closely. That's number 6. Monitor financials closely. So that means keep a close eye on the financial performance of each business, regularly review financial statements, budgets, and cash flow projections to ensure each business remains profitable. Did y'all hear that? So keep a close eye on the financial performance. You want to know if something is benefiting you, even though the idea may be great and awesome and wonderful. If it's not profitable, or if it's not doing well, or you don't see it in any way going to a more positive state, you may want to reconsider either doing that or how you're doing it. So it's always good to pay attention to how much money you're spending as well as how much you're benefiting. What are you thinking about? You're smiling. So it looks like you have something on your mind.
I just feel like when I'm 23. So I just feel like when I get money, my business is very profitable. That's not a problem. It's the managing part of like the budgeting and all that. What is that?
Are you doing a lot of your money is like getting lost in the wind?
I wouldn't say that because I know where it's going, and intentionally going there because I feel like YOLO. You know what I'm saying? Like, you only live once.
I don't know about no YOLO.
I don't know if tomorrow will be here, so why not spend it now? You know what I'm saying?
YOLO?
You only live once.
Who came up with that?
Drake.
I don't know about no Drake.
She gotta catch up just a little bit because I was like 15,000 years ago. But
can
anyway,
I hold your money for a minute? Let me hold your money for a minute.
I'm getting in the process of being generous too. Like I be tithing and stuff like that. So I do what I gotta do in that aspect. But then that other aspect, that part for me,
that part of saving.
Ooh,
that part of planning for the future.
Ooh.
That part of not living for the now.
I think she's speaking Spanish. Honestly.
I don't know nothing about no YOLO. I used to though. I moved on from that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, so
I don't remember.
Okay.
All I know is I once was lost.
Oh.
But now I'm found.
She is now found. I'm trying to be found.
That's all I'm saying. So we're going to pray and put you on the altar.
Please.
And get rid of that hashtag YOLO.
Need that.
And stuff.
Okay, so tell me what about you? Like, you had that season, now you're not in that season.
Well, you know what? I'm going to say priorities change for me. Again, you don't have children.
I don't got no kids. Hallelujah.
And I have a family, and, raising children, you just think differently about your money. You realize that you have to have money not just for yourself, but for your children, for emergencies that may come up, different things that could fall apart. You have to have money for that. And so, then I run a homeless organization. So I have to have money for outside of my home. People that may call on me at random that may have a need. I have to have money set aside. I get people that need places to stay temporarily, whether they're in a hotel, they may need gas money or food. So I have to think, okay, I better have some money set aside to be able to support these people if I have to, a 911 type call. So maybe you can have that same mindset.
So many responsibilities.
That's all I'm saying. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Responsibility. That's where the money resides. In the responsibility.
But I'm good at taking care of my responsibilities, but the extra is for me.
Okay. So what you can do, there's a thing, give, save, spend. So pay your tithes. You could pay yourself a bit and then save the rest.
See, I don't like when the bit is smaller than,
You sounded selfish. You sounded real selfish.
I feel like I just like to live and want to, like, why should I minimize my lifestyle because of
girl,
5 years from now?
Girl, let it go.
Excuse me?
Let it go. You're going to need that money.
We're going to grow.
You're going to be needing eyelashes later on in life.
This is the season now.
You don't need to buy them all now.
And, eventually, when more responsibilities come, pray for me. That's, at the end of the day, what can you do? Pray for me.
Yeah, older women, though, have a different thought process. We have learned after looking back over our lives that we would have liked for someone to have talked to us about managing our money, as well as being more responsible with our money. So being that I was your age and I've learned how I've blown a lot of money, I'm now trying to tell you there are processes that you can take. Even if you join financial programs where they literally teach you, if you don't want to depend on me to go through that process, connect with other groups too that talk about just financial planning and just see how you can commit to it. Try it out. Don't be so selfish. Okay. So then,
It's a different perspective.
yeah, you're selfish. Number 7,
Right.
effective communication. Effective communication. Effective communications, it means establish open communication channels within and across your business. Regularly check in with managers and teams to address any issues and keep everyone aligned with the overall vision. Keep everyone aligned with the overall vision. Okay. If I am planning a thing, effective communication is making sure that everyone is understanding what the plan is, what the goal is, what the vision is, and we're all on the same path. That's what aligning is. Making sure we're all going toward that same goal. And a lot of times, without that effective communication, we can start leaning to our own understanding, coming up with our own thought processes, and
Yeah.
be totally off.
Yeah.
So we want to have frequent, regular check-ins. Hey, how are we feeling about this? Are we on the same page? Do you have any questions about this? Let me explain it to you again and make sure we're on the right path. So it's just making sure we're real clear about what we're trying to do here. Because again, when somebody starts veering off or coming up with their own understanding, it can cause a huge catastrophe. And we want people that listen well, okay? Listen well. Listen well to everybody as well as listen well to the leader. Do you understand that? Am I over here using my enunciation? Is that what you laughing at? What's so funny? I'm over here giving it to the people.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay.
Do you want to speak to that?
I just think effective communication is needed in all aspects of life.
Correct.
Just so there's no confusion.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. That's good.
That's all I gotta say. But I think it is time for a little makeup break because my gloss is getting a little dry. And I need gloss.
Okay, well, why are you getting gloss? I got my powder brush. She was waiting for me over here.
Why was it waiting for you?
Because I always got to have my powder. I'm going to get my phone and pull my mirror out on my phone. Let me see. Where my camera at? There it is.
Mama lips gotta be popping like
I just want to get rid of that little shine right there.
all the time.
Is my hair right? Is my hair right, y'all?
Your hair look good.
She ain't got no strings or nothing. Be having little strings.
You see any strings?
Okay, I think I got it. Okay.
Okay then.
Okay.
So what's next? You gotta set these boundaries.
Okay, yes, that's what it is. Number 8, set boundaries. Establish clear boundaries between your business and your personal life.
Ooh.
Allocate specific times for each business and for personal activities to prevent burnout.
That's so good.
Did y'all hear that?
So good.
Allocate specific times for each business and for personal activities to prevent burnout. So again, by us having multiple jobs, and that's what I said to at the beginning to everybody, I don't do them all necessarily at the same time. Now, what I have had to do is use my timer a lot. Like, say for instance, if I'm going to do several jobs within a day, I use my calendar, of course, to plan those times out. But there may be different things that I want to do. So say, for instance, I may say for 2 hours, I'm going to just focus on organizing a plan for the homeless outreach. And so I'll set my timer strictly for 2 hours. Then I'll take a break for like 30 minutes or so. And then I know I have a makeup job to do maybe between that 30 minutes and another hour. So I'll make sure I have some drive time to get to the makeup job. I'll do that. And then I'll go do the makeup. And after that, then I'll say, okay, I got to meet with somebody about some interior design. So then I'll plan a little break in between that before I go to that job. But then then I find out I have to host an event that night. So I would have planned that whole day. I'm always giving myself a little time to rest in between, and then I may do that job that evening. But I literally can do 4 to 6 things within a day just because I'm planning it out. I'm putting in my drive time as well as my rest time because I kind of need to nap a little bit. I'll pull over my car in a minute and take a 5 or 10 minute break just to close my eyes, regroup, and go to the next thing.
Yeah. So for me, I'm more of a take days person. So I have days where I work and then I have days where I do absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
And I love that life, okay? I'm big on my rest. Even on those days where I am working, I may get a little nappy in the end too because why not? But Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, I go hard, go all in, working. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Do not call my phone talk about no makeup unless it's for something
special.
Yeah. I don't need to hear it. I don't really want to hear it. I like to just focus on other things. I like to go on a walk, spend time at the gym, be in nature, mind my business.
Okay.
Watch a good movie or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the things I like to do. Like on a Sunday and a Monday are the two days that I really like to rest. I try not to plan anything on those 2 days other than service on Sunday when I'm going to church. But after that, I usually spend time with my family or friends, rest. But then on Monday, my husband and I try to do a lot of nothing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep him more in the habit of doing nothing, but I do encourage that you have a rest day and there is a rest time for your team as well, that they get the opportunity to rest, that they have some time to just evaluate and chill and think about what they would like to be doing outside of working or what have you.
Yeah.
So you have to create those opportunities to make sure that everybody is good.
Big on it.
So that's setting boundaries. Now, the next thing is number 9 is risk management. Risk management means diversify your portfolio of business to mitigate risk associated with fluctuations in specific markets or industries. Avoid putting all your resources into one basket.
Very true.
That's how we started all this serial entrepreneurship in the first place.
Yeah.
We knew that there are so many things that can happen when you have one job, when you're just focused. I mean, people get laid off all the time because that may be the only thing that they're doing. So I always say learn different trades, figure out different side assistances you can help with, whether it be childcare, whether it be administration, organizing, cleaning a house, driving a car. There are always side things that you can do to multitask. You just have to have a mindset that I would like multiple streams of income. Again, photography, taking up a new trade, learning how to do hair, cosmetics, all the different things that we've named already. Those are all side things that we do all at the same time, but different times. They're happening in the same time frame, but we plan them out where we're able to do them all. And you have to learn how to do them all well. But if you're keeping the same rules in everything that you're doing, meaning having good customer service and all the other things that we've talked about already with time management, communication, creating a good team, all those things help for all of the jobs to be done well. Would you say that?
I definitely agree. I think you hit it spot on.
Well, praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
Okay, then. So then, after risk management, number 10 is to stay informed. Number 10 means stay informed. Stay updated on industry trends, market developments, and regulatory changes that could impact your business. Continuous learning helps you adapt and make informed decisions.
Yeah.
So again, even though we do cosmetics, we're always getting updated on the different things that people are wanting more of, learning different techniques because things change.
For sure.
Just like styles or the way people like to wear their makeup, they may want more. Like now, the thing is natural.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to have a natural look, where there was a time people liked to be real colorful, or they wanted heavy eyebrows or thick eyebrows or heavy eyeliner.
That was a terrible era.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
And so now there are online videos that we can watch. There's a lot of marketing material that we can look at. Even with us sharing with this information with you now, is because we've experienced it. So we've now taken the time to write all these things out of what helped us with our business. Podcasts like this, trainings. So you just want to stay informed with the times because it assists you with your business.
Yeah, I would definitely say there's so many resources between the little small clips to the long videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
To anything. Like, you can literally look online and learn anything you want to.
Correct.
Now, I will say with some of the trends, don't get too caught up in trends because they are fleeting. Like, they'll be here and gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
So you really have to do your research when it comes to trends and try things for yourself to see if you really like it. Some trends are not for you, and that's okay. Don't feel like you have to fit in to everything. I'm not a person, I don't really care for trends like that. I'm gonna stick to what I know. I do get to more in like the new products and stuff like that, but makeup is always changing and they always go in a circle, so it's always gonna come right back around again. So just be mindful of that. Don't try to get so caught up in everything that you see, because sometimes it can be a scam. Sometimes it can be them just wanting your money.
That's
you know
true.
what I'm saying? So don't get caught up in that all the time.
Yes. And even like you were talking about cosmetics, same way with interior design. If you can look at now how they're doing houses in comparison to how when we were younger, like for me, I was really focused on old world.
Yes.
I still love old world, but I see now with these homes, everything is more minimal living, very
Lights.
straight line, clean, very bright.
Yeah.
Not a lot of color. All the things that I would normally do. I love color. I love very ornate things, but that's not where the houses are coming to be now. Like everything is real clean lined and straight lined.
What I love.
Yeah, no. I like some of it. I can't say that I love it.
I do like a good mixture. I like to switch it up a little bit, but I could definitely go for a straight line house.
Okay then.
Yeah.
But again, like Chyna was saying, make sure you stay alert with these websites and things. There are different frauds and scams that are trying to get your money. Like they'll tell you about these different things that you can get and receive. So you have to verify. That's what we've had to learn too.
Yeah, do research.
Do the research on the site. Like even if it shows the site, you can type that site in to see if it's legitimate, and it will tell you it has already been reported that it's a scam, and make sure you don't follow this, that, or the other. So make sure you do your research as well when it comes to learning about some of these trends or purchasing some of these things that could assist you with your learning. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So another thing we said, flexibility and adaptability. Did we say that? Did I already say number 11?
No, that's what we are.
Okay, that's what we are. Flexibility and adaptability. Be prepared to adapt your strategies based on changing circumstances. What works for one business might not work for another. So remain flexible in your approach. Be prepared to adapt your strategies based on changing circumstances. So be just that. Be open to change, guys. Don't be married to the idea. Don't be stuck with, we have to do this, we have to get this right, but all it's doing is failing.
That's so true.
You know what I'm saying? You know, pay attention to your customers, pay attention to your clientele, pay attention to your numbers, and be forward thinking. Have the mindset that we want to move forward. We want to listen. We want to be open minded. And then look around and see what's working. Evaluate what other people are doing that may be doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
And see how things are similar or not so similar, but you can find out what's working for them. It's okay to do that because, again, there's nothing new under the sun.
Literally.
Just maybe a different way of how you're doing it.
Yeah, it's very true.
So eventually you want to make sure that you are evaluating your needs and the outcomes. You always want to make sure you know what is actually happening with this business to decide how you want to enhance it or even cut it short.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
So then number 12, regular reviews and adjustments.
Kind of the same thing.
Yeah. So this is what that means, though, to get clarity. It says conduct regular performance reviews for each business. Analyze what's working well, and where improvements are needed. Adjust strategies and tactics accordingly. So, yeah, that was pretty much what we were saying. Always try to verify what's working well and what could use some improvement, and be open. Don't be so closed-minded to somebody having a critique, because that's the other thing. We can be so married to a situation when we don't want to hear what anybody else has to say.
For sure.
So kind of evaluate with your team, sit down. And sometimes I always say this, ask them to share it with you anonymously. Like, don't make them add their name to it, because sometimes people care about what you're going to feel they're saying about them. So that's what I always do with my team. I always say every event that we've had, I always say write it down, but don't put your name on it, because I want them to be honest with me and literally tell me what needs to happen, because I care about change and what somebody else sees that I might not be able to.
Yeah.
You think that's good?
I think that's so amazing.
Okay, then. You don't want to add to that?
No, that's great.
Okay, then. Well, we have 2 more.
Okay.
13. Manage your energy. Manage your energy. That means managing multiple businesses can be mentally and physically demanding.
Yeah.
Pay attention to your health and well-being. Proper diet, exercise, sleep, and relaxation are essential for sustaining your energy levels. Y'all, that mentality, that self-care, all of that plays such a major role in you managing your energy. Now, me, all I need is a little sleep, and I'm usually lightning bulb or lightning. Not necessarily lightning bulb, but lightning. I wake up and I thrive off of people. The more people around, the more energy I have. My husband always says, what is going on with you? But it's like a syringe. When people are in the room, it's like I get shot up. And I'm just ready for the people, because I get excited by that. And that helps me even with managing multiple businesses. I get my rest at home. I'm very quiet at home a lot of times because I'm reviving myself.
Sometimes.
Don't listen to her. But when I'm home, I'm quiet.
That's a better word.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that. But it's usually rejuvenating me to be prepared for the people.
For sure. For me, I feel like my energy is pretty much always the same. Like, I don't let people affect my energy, but I do have to set the tone. Like, I always have my worship music. Every client that's coming in my home, well, I was working from home, so I was already feeling like, if you gonna be coming into my home, I gotta be the one to set the energy. So I'm playing my worship music. Everybody and their mama gonna hear that worship music, and what you gonna say, not a thing. So I gotta get my mind right and pray and ask God to get me right, because I don't be a morning person, so I be having to have him like give me the strength to
you gotta wake you up
all the way.
Yeah, we got that in common. I'm not a morning person.
I get that bad from her. So I'm just big on getting me right. Like, when I'm worshiping, I feel good, and so I do that.
Get right, church, and let's go home. Get right, church. Okay.
I don't know that song.
So then,
no.
I agree with you, though. You got to get your spiritual self together. You got to have some time in the Word and spending time with the Lord, because that will help you deal with management focusing on other people and being more compassionate and sensitive to others. Is because you've had that time with Him. Yeah. And it helps you to have less toxic interactions. You don't want to do that. So you want to have your mind right, your mentality right, having your time with your family, and be intentional about that. Being intentional about spending time with the Lord and with your family, and then creating those quiet spaces for you to revive yourself again.
For sure.
And then last But not least,
Mm-hmm.
exit strategy. Have a clear exit strategy for each business. Knowing when and how to exit a venture that's not performing well can save you from unnecessary losses.
Mm-hmm.
Having a clear exit strategy for each business. Now, how many of us have a business and we just feel like we going all the way to the end, the house on fire, and we still trying to hold on to this business? Why do we do that?
Attachment.
I like that. That was a good answer. That was a good answer. But the thing is, we should not be that attached.
No, not at all.
You know, we want to be prayerful about the things that we're doing, and we want to make sure that we're following the Lord too. He will direct our paths. I'm telling you that right now,
For
guys.
sure.
If you really seek Him about what you're wanting to do, He will direct your paths. And listen to that inner man, that spirit telling you, you know, it's time to let it go. You know, it's when you feel burdened on a regular basis, when you're not getting any peace whatsoever, where the Lord is confirming that that's what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
And no matter what you've tried or how long you've tried it, it doesn't seem to be working for you. It may not be something that you're called to do. You may be forcing an issue. And I've seen that happen a lot of times, and people are actually mad, usually because somebody told them to do it.
Right.
You know, well, my sister did that, and it's in our family, so we're trying to keep it in the family, so all of us should be doing it. But that doesn't necessarily work for everybody.
Right.
If it's not your call and your passion, and you don't have a desire to be doing that, it may not be the thing for you. Or you have no love or desire for it whatsoever. You just saw they were happy when they were doing it, so you decided to get on that boat, but you're miserable.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure you're paying attention to those things. And then if you're just always worn out by the thought of coming to the job or doing the job or serving that person or what have you, you might want to rethink, what else would the Lord have me to do?
For sure. Have you had an experience like that before where you had to have an exit strategy?
I do remember having an exit strategy. I was working for the church. And when I came to the church, I didn't necessarily desire to do that. The Holy Spirit told me to go and work for the church. But I had a boss that I was working for a period of time, and I believe she was trying to get rid of me. But I heard the Lord say, humble yourself. Just humble yourself and do the job well. And when I did that, He then provided another position for me to exit from that job. I didn't have to do it myself. I had prayed about it and I had been trusting Him for it. And so what He did was, there was another person that worked there at that same location, and they opened up another position for me. And when I tell you, my heart was glad.
Wow.
Because I knew that where I was at, it was temporary, but it was really for me to learn how to serve, how to just do what I was told, humble myself, receive authority, because at some point I was going to then be in that position where I was leading and I was in authority and I was having to assist someone with their managing and their job. And so I learned that process first, and it taught me how to be in a place of learning and humbling yourself where you could exit out. So I had it in my mind too that this was a temporary position.
Yeah.
So I was going to do well until that time came for that door open for me to be able to leave.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's great. It's so funny. I was listening to another podcast, and it was just like, so many people are stuck in places where the Holy Spirit has called them to leave a long time ago, and they're not in their calling anymore just because of attachment and just not, they're okay
Fear.
with comfort.
Their fear of trying something new.
Exactly. They're not wanting to be uncomfortable and just wanting to stay where they're familiar. And so I've just gotten to a place, even for me, I was like, I just want to be in uncomfortable situations and just wherever God tells me to go, not be opposed to that.
Yeah. You want to run to whatever He says. Amen. And that's a beautiful place to be. So for you all that are serial entrepreneurs, do just that. You
Yup.
know, seek the Lord with everything that you're doing. Even with all the jobs that we're doing, we are constantly asking him the way and the when and the how.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm okay with. I'm okay with trusting the Lord with the different things that I do, and I'm okay with managing different things, but knowing when to let things go for a while, when to return to him if I need to, but also knowing how to rest.
Yes.
I'm okay with that.
That's what I'm okay with. I'm okay with having a good balance.
Yeah.
I'm going to work hard and then I'm going to rest even harder.
Well,
okay.
I like that.
Yeah.
So, Chyna,
Mm-hmm.
I think we've shared with the people about serial entrepreneurship.
We have.
So how can people stay connected to us?
So every Wednesday at 9 a.m. we'll be on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. So yeah, make sure y'all are liking and subscribing and letting us know what y'all experience is. If y'all are entrepreneurs and if y'all have multiple different businesses and stuff, tell us how y'all manage it and how y'all have gotten to where y'all are now. And yeah.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you all so much for tuning in to the OK Then Show. We will see you again next Wednesday at 9 a.m. on YouTube.
Yes.
Until the next time.
Okay then.
Bye then.